Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again. I'm sorry I haven't been updating lately. I've had a rather busy start to the new year and I've been away to see my son for a few days as well. So I do have an update to do for the Jagdtiger, but as you can see, this came while I was away, and it was bought by a good friend of mine. I won't say who it is, but he knows who it is. For Christmas. He gave me the money for Christmas, and he said buy whatever you want, so I got this. So as you can see, it's the new TAKOM Tiger 1 mid-production Otto Carius version. And it's quite a deep box, as TAKOM boxes usually are. Got lovely artwork again by Jason, and there's the man himself in the turret. And you see, it comes with a limited edition Otto Carius figure. So Zimmerit, I think the Zimmerit, I know the Zimmerit is definitely printed on the plastic, and it looks really nice. I haven't opened any packets, but I've had a look and it does look really nice. And obviously 135 scale, and it's TAKOM number 2200. If we can get that at the end of there somewhere. There we go, TAKOM 2200, sorry. And as TAKOM, you have the sprues on the one side of the box. It tells you what's in there. You've got metal cable, you've got metal barrel, you've got PE. As per normal, you've got them there as well. We have the two versions of his tank. You've got Schwer Panzer up to Lung 502, Eastern Front 1944, and Eastern Front 1944 again 502. Both versions winterized. One's not winterized and one is. So let's crack the box open as we normally do and see what's in this box. Like I say, I have had a quick glimpse through it, but I have not opened any of the sprues up to have a look. So we'll just start as we normally do. We'll go in from the first sprue in the box, and resealable bags again by TAKOM. Take notice, Tamiya or Tamiya, whichever you want to call it. Much easier. This is like it's got the track cable on there. It's got the jack. So just excuse me a second. Sorry, it was just my daughter coming in. Yeah, I've got the I think aerial, couple of aerials, 3 aerials along the top, a couple of the other bits and bobs, the jack. Headlight cable, bit of internal stuff for the MG34 on the bow machine gun, which has been slide moulded again, same as the jack, and we have it slide moulded there, and we've got nice detail as normal on the jack. Again, everything's neat and precise, as you should be for a new kit. Got some nice detail on there again. That's for the headrest for the MG, that as well. Oh, nice, very nice. A bit Pioneer tools there, some ammo. Looks like there's some ammo there for the MG, as well as, I'm not too sure, I think that's the front driver's hatch bit, you know, the clamps shut. Right, next one again, we have this is the sprue with the figure on, which I did say to a certain person that I would show a close-up of the face. I want to have a look at the first part of the Zimmerit first, and as you can see, it's been beautifully done and damaged. Look at that. Now, you can't argue with that, can you? That looks superb. It really does look superb. Got some well cans, got a few extra little bits and pieces, buckets and jerry cans, the usual sort of German stuff. Again, right, let's have a look at the face. Where are we at? And there's a close-up of the face, what we're going to see. Are we missing him? There we go. There we go. He's this bloody squeaky cat now. On there. You see, it's quite a good likeness. It really is quite a good likeness now. So, yeah, figure's not bad at all. Not bad detail on the figure at all. Really quite nice, that. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the Zimmerit though. Really am impressed with the Zimmerit. And here's the cat to come and destroy it. Come on Bella, get yourself down. I'm busy. Come on, down you get. Come on. And we have 2 sprues in this bag. Not identical, but we have 2. Come and sit on my knee. Come on, on my knee. Bella, on my knee. Come on. We have fuel drums, for fuel tanks. We have the engine grill covers, grills, a couple of hatches, drivers and machine gun bow gunner hatch covers, the rear mufflers for the exhausts, and bits and bobs again all nicely done. Got a little bit of detail so when you see through the vents and that you can see there's somewhere underneath there. Again we have detail, got the fire extinguisher there, and the exhaust shrouds are there as well. They're fairly thin. I think I may have some, I can use some PE ones, I may have some in there somewhere in my rubbish. If not, I'll just thin them out a little bit. Again, another nice sprue. And we've got lots of lots of Zimmerit pieces on here. We have the front. We have the 2 side plates. Be quiet. The rear. Again, you can see all the Zimmerit is beautifully done. And we have 2 versions of the, if I can get in there, 2 versions of the glasses plate on the front. Again, that Zimmerit is really nice. I do like that Zimmerit, it's spot on. Bella, be quiet, I'm busy. You would have to wait, don't you, till I come in here and you start, don't you? Eh? You've been here before, you know what it is. It's plastic. It's plastic. Right, so on here we have we've got breech, yeah, all the components for the breech, MG34, which aren't slide moulded, but they've got a small indentation so we can drill that out. We have the turret basket. Again, get your tail out of the way, and they say we have all the stuff for the breech. Again, you're going to keep the hatch up, which your little man is sitting in there himself, so you might see a little bit of detail if you look down into it. Again, all nicely done, really nicely done. The sprues just keep coming and keep coming. Let's have a look where we had. Well, we have the turret lid and the main upper hull. So on here, nice detail again. On there, got nice weld seams. Again, they look nice. We've got some hatch covers. Got the barrel cleaning rods. I'll probably make my own again, like I done with the Yag Tiger. We have a jack block. We have a couple of the Pioneer tools, tanker's bar, shovel, 2 shovels, and the lid for the turret, and some very small fine detail work on there. Again, that'll be not difficult to take off, but have care when you're taking the small parts off the sprue. Right. We'll just get this little thing out of here. What's in this little sprue bag here? Looks like we have some sort of track jig, so just Lincoln length tracks. But I think I'll stick a pair of metal ones, and I think I've got some more resin ones. I think I've got. Yeah, we've got a track jig for the sag on the sprocket, and we have some little tiny parts again. That's for the to go for the sprocket covering. Again, and some little bits and bobs again. Not too sure what they are, but again, all nicely done. yeah, so it's a little track jig. Right, let's get the turret and the lower hull out, which is a bathtub, which most Tigers usually are. So let's have a look at this. Oh wow, oh, that is nice. I never looked at this properly yesterday. I have to say that's, you cannot argue with that. I don't care who you are, you're not going to make Zimmerit as good as that. Even me. I wish. But yeah, that is superb. There's no way anybody can replicate that with whatever they've got or how skillful they are. I don't care. No way. Unless you want somebody to set me a challenge, prove me wrong, which I don't mind being proved wrong. And we have torsion bars by the looks of it to go in here, and again we have nice detail on the scalloping on top of the wheels, and a few bits and bobs on the bottom, covers and things. Again, very, very nice. I'll just stick that back in the bag for now, so it's only a small one. Won't be cat. We've got two Tigers on the bench then, haven't we, eh? You as well. Is that why you decided to do it? Because it's a friend? You get your uncle or your auntie? Click on the cats. When we're talking to the cats, must be balmy. Must be balmy. Right, we have two sprues identical in this bag. So obviously we want to take one out. We have the sprockets. Some of the rear engine cover things again, the fans and little bits and bobs. We have the suspension arms, a couple of the shackles, rear idler, some other bits and bobs, the toe hooks, toe hooks at the end of the coat, the toe hooks, which are slide molded, and so are the suspension as well. We'll go from that. We have, that's a nice detail on the sprocket there. Two versions again, there must be a slight difference on there. I'll have to have a look on the thing. Got the rear, and we have the idler, and then we have a transmission cover. And again we have the small parts again for the goes on top of the fans, on top of the, so you can see down there as well. And again we have all the torsion bars. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Some little for the C shoes or C hooks, or you want to call them. There are attachments for those, which are on there as well. So we have the one there. And we have the, which is nicely protected so it doesn't break. That's a really good idea. If you look where the exhaust part is there with my finger, and if you look underneath it, it's got a big thing there to protect you from bending up and coming off the sprue. It's a nice idea, it really is, and that's really nice. I've never noticed that. The detail on that little, looks like a radiator cover, doesn't it? On there again, really nice, really nice. So hope it builds as good as it looks. Your TAKOM kits usually do. And on here we have more parts of the turret. We have a few different, obviously because I've made three versions. I've made the mid, this one mid, and the late version. I presume this will be like a genetic screw, oh, I can't pronounce the word, never mind. Gerenic sprue, no? The same sprue, that's what it would be. So we have three really highly detailed mantlets, really are. Now, you see those? Extremely well done again, the Zimmerit is superb. Again, we have a metal barrel, it says anyhow, but obviously we got slide moulded barrel, even the muzzle brake slide moulded as well, so you're not going to have any seam lines really, apart from where the points are, if you're not going to use the metal barrel. Some people don't, some people like to use the plastic barrel. I think I'll be using the metal one. And we've got the commander's cupola there. We have the turret ring. We have two versions of the again for the, you know, for the ammunition out the side hatch. Two different ones with different slight different Zimmerit on there, which is nice. I need to have a drink of tea before my brain over explodes. Cup of tea. Right, and I'm getting to the bottom now. We have the wheels, obviously 2 sprues of this again. 2 identical sprues. As you know, I'm building the Tiger, so I'm used to the wheels, so it's not a problem. All nicely detailed again. We have the yep, can't argue with that. Nice detail again on the wheels. And we have a wheel with no rubber on there. If you want to use that, I think on the box, I think it's Otto Carius has this front wheel missing so it doesn't clog with dirt and muck, so I think it's removed, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's his front 2 wheels. Again, nicely detailed on theirs again, can't argue with that. And we have the end pieces for the wheels, which have escaped my tiny brain what they're called. Again, really nice. Really nice. And last but not least, we have the tracks, which are link and length, and the guide horns are separate. For those who, I may use these, I may not, and I don't mind building tracks, as a few people know. These are link and length, and the guide horns are separate, so we shall have one look at the one sprue. There's a couple of injection marks there, but there isn't, so that wouldn't take much to get out on the long lengths, and a couple on the small lengths as well. But nothing on the individual lengths. Actual track is really nice itself. It really is nicely detailed. Give you a look at the tracks. Nicely detailed again on there. And we'll have a look on the reverse, so I can just show you the pin marks on there. Same reason, so it shouldn't take too much getting out. Plus you're never going to hardly see them, are you, with the wheels on top of it. But if I do use them, I shall certainly be taking them out. Right, and then we have all the guide horns. Nice and hollow as they should be. And they're all in blocks. I presume for the you snip them off the sprues and you just pop them in on the 2 full lengths of the tracks there, I presume, and then we have smaller parts, and again we have all individual parts again, so it won't take too long to do anyhow. That's my way of thinking of it is anyhow. It may not be, but to me it will be, I would think. I wouldn't think it'd be any different. So that's all the plastic, as you can see. Oh no, there is some more plastic, sorry, but so far I'm impressed. And for I can't remember how much I paid for it. I got it off AliExpress, and I think I paid £42 for it, so it's a bargain really. So let's have a look at the rest of the little goodie bag we've got. We've got the decals, obviously, we've got the barrel, we've got the tow cable, which is that nice brass. And we have an instruction sheet for the figure, which is separate. And let's put that just back there. So we have the usual grills for the Tiger and the PE. Sorry about the glare. Nicely done as normal. We have a metal barrel, so don't bother about the plastic end because it's been slide molded, so you're going to have no seam to clean off on it. So we'll be using that. And obviously we have the tow cable, quite a lot of tow cable there, because obviously the Tiger has 2 sides with the tow cable on that. I won't take the decals out. Oh, I can do. No, there's straightforward decals, 217 in black and red, and the Balkenkreuz. Again, got that one there. And clear periscopes. which is nice to see. Again, sorry about the glare. The periscopes. Let's pop all that over there when I get the instructions out. Right. As per normal with the TAKOM instructions in the booklet. Got a picture of the tank on the front and a bit of the gump on it from the man himself. Obviously, and then I've got some specifications of the tank itself. So there's a bit of history of the tank and a bit of history about Mr. Carius. And on the review we have just another frontal view of the Tiger. First few pages, as normal, we have the applying decals and the caution icons. We have the sprue layout. Again, we're starting off with the wheels this time. We're starting off with the fans and the radiators. I'm putting them in there. On top of the fuel, got the fuel ones to go in as well, which are fairly straightforward to build by looking at those. And then we have putting the torsion bars, well, not full torsion bars, but they're near enough, so I think they can be movable. I'm sure we can make them movable. Doesn't really say you can, but I'm sure there's a way of making them movable if you need to have it movable. So just showing you about putting the X8 all 16 on each side, or 16 all on each side. The clip into these, if you look at the picture there, we have those, like I said, showed you got them going into there. So if you can make some caps of some description on there and glue the caps on the top or something, you'll be able to make them movable, I reckon, which I'll probably have a go at. And then we're putting the wheels on, which I won't be doing. All the sprockets I still won't be doing that. D1 and D5. And then it's telling you about, like I said, about putting the I was right about putting the guide arms onto the tracks themselves, and that you got that jig as well there to get the right sag, which I thought it was being right. As obviously I won't put the tracks on at this point, or the wheels. I'll have them all separate for painting. And again, putting the tracks, we'll just go gloss over that about putting the wheels. Last few wheels that go on after the tracks are on, and then we have the rear. We have to drill some holes on the rear on this one, and then you fit in your C shoes or C, whatever you want to call them. A couple of bits and bobs on the back of on the rear, and then we start off with making the things for the exhausts, plating for the bottom of the exhaust, protection, jack, starting to build the exhaust up, more rear end stuff, the clamps for the jack, and other bits and bobs, and you're putting the shrouds over that, which I won't do at that time either. I won't attach the exhaust either, because I like to paint them separately, as I do with my tools. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I prefer it that way. And then we're starting to add some of the Zimmerit side panels onto there, and then we've got the track rod, cable, which I won't put on either at that time. And then some small bits and bobs on the back here. You've got a toe pintle again, which on that one, and then again we're starting putting the front one. We've got the internal part and the external part, and we've got the this is that block I was on about, and then we have a fully detailed bow machine gun, which is all nicely detailed, built up, and then tells you where to put it. We have a mud guards at the back, at the shackles, and we have the side skirts, which I won't do at that point either. And then we're putting the glacis plate in front, into the front, and then we've got to put the rear plate in the back. And again, it's just giving you the opposite side, what you're doing with the opposite side basically. And then we we're putting the other front plate on that goes on the angle, and you've got the usual, like a, I suppose, arm protection for the driver. I've got the toe shackles going on there. I've got some little tiny pieces on there, I'm not too sure what they are. Oh, that's for the front mud guards, aren't they? Tight clasps to keep them down, and they're telling you to drill a couple of holes on the upper hull. And again, we're starting on the rear deck now, rear engine deck, making up the grills. Start to put pioneer tools and jack block, which I won't do either at that point. But I'll add the engine deck on, and I'll add the PE and the other bits and bobs. And again, we're starting with the hatches now. What the drivers, I think it's, yeah, the drivers and bow gunners, radio man's hatches. They'll open close, I presume. Or can you just make them little open and close at the same time? I'll have to have a look when I get to making it. I think you can. And then we start adding the tow cables as well, which I won't do at that time. It gives me the measurement of 204mm. I won't put them on at that time. And then obviously we got all the track cleaning, the gun cleaning rods, and the tanker bar, usual things that I won't put on at that point either. And again, same again, we got the wire cutters, the exhaust, so the fire extinguisher, and again, I won't be putting these on until the end, painting separately. And here we have the internal part of the front plate with the clear plastic, which is nice again. It's telling you not to glue these two pieces, so it'll be interesting to see why not. Maybe you can move it in and out, I don't know. And then we have putting the upper deck onto the lower hull. And again, oh, we just looked at that, haven't we? Stupid boy. And then we start on the turret with the loader's hatch, starting the loader's hatch and the vent. Again, we have all these clear plastic periscopes. You can leave off till last if you really want to, which I probably will. Same again with the cup. Paint the cupola first, keep that separate, and then put the vision ports in. And we've got the handle, and then we've got this MG34 again, which I showed you, which is a slide mouldy one, and then we have the bracket that it sits on, and one thing or another, and then the ring, turret ring, goes on top of the commander's cupola, and it fastens to that. And then we're starting off with the internal breech, which looks quite nice to build, very nicely explained. You build them up and you add, and this is all well explained. And then we've got to make sure we get the right mantlet, and all the other bits and bobs in there for the loaders, the gunner's periscope, and the MG to go in there in the internal. Again, that's fully built as well, because you get that bit of detail in the turret, so like I say, with the figure you can actually see what's down there. And T12, whatever that is when we come to it. Exclamation mark, we'll come to look at that when we get to it. So fairly straightforward, there's nothing really difficult about the Tiger really. It's just the amount of wheels you have to clean up, I suppose. And then we have the commander's seat and the gunner's seat, which is in the turret as well. Now we're starting to build up the turret again. The hatches, the other bits and bobs, and then we're putting the mantlet with a full breech into the turret itself, which is nice to see. And then we've got this little ring on the bottom, so a little plate on the bottom, R10. And then we're starting to put the lid on top. I'll probably put the lid, but I won't glue it down because I want to put the periscope, clear periscope things in here as well for the gunner. And then we've got to put the, I think I've got some PE stuff on here. I'll be able to make PE, I'm not too sure. For the turret basket, and then we start with the spare tracks you can put on there. I think I've got some spare tracks left from an old Tiger I had up, one I did before last. the Italian Tiger on its side, so I've got a spare track off that, so I don't have to, I think it'll fit that. I think it's a mid version track. And then we start to build up the for the gun, and say these are all just for the tracks, spare tracks on the side, just to get a little bit of extra armour as well, I suppose, that the Tiger needs it. And then we got the metal barrel or the, you know, whichever, metal barrel or plastic barrel, and then showing you how to build up the muzzle brake. And then we got the light which goes on, and then we have the cable for the light, and then we're adding that to the front glacis plate. And then we've got on the rear deck we have alternative for the gun cradle for the rear. We're going to open or closed, shows you how to build them. Again, then you can add doors to that, and there's a couple of little aerial ports or aerials to go in there as well, and then a couple of tanker bar again to go on there, or track bar, whichever you want to call it. And then we're building give us two things with a figure, fairly straightforward. And then we've got the oil drums, the buckets, the jerry cans, and putting of the figure together. And then we have the two call outs of the vehicle itself, winter whitewash one, and the Dunkel, you know, the green Dunkel grab, I can never remember. And then we have the German yellow and German green, and then it's the same again, but it got winter whitewash on a different decals, that's all. I'm not sure which one I do yet. I'm not sure. But I'd like to have seen a down, you know, looking down at from the top as well, to get the turret camouflage, just to make sure we know it would have been nice. But I'm sure there's plenty of pictures on the internet, I'm sure we can take off from that, but it would have been nice to add that too. I was quite surprised they haven't. Actually usually pretty good with their colour call outs. There's no actual call outs for any paint that I can see, but there again, that's not a problem. Yeah, there isn't. There's no colour call outs for paint unless there's some in the front, which I didn't see. It's a bit strange, but there you go. Oh, my grandson's just woke up. No, there's no colour call outs for anything. So usually, MIG that usually goes with TAKOM, but obviously they've dropped him for this build. Yeah, that's the only little bit of disappointment. There's no colour call outs looking down, and the paint numbers, but they're easy enough to come across. So again, another nice kit from TAKOM, worth building. I say I will have a new update on the Yak Tiger. There's a bit of an explanation to tell you what's done and what I haven't done, and what happened and what didn't happen. So it's basically not that further forward on than what it was, for a reason, and I'll explain that to you when I get to do the update. But I have done some figures. I've added extra figures which are finished now, and I've got one more to finish off, which I'll probably do today. So again, thank you very much for all the support over the last 12 months again in 2023. Oh, and before I forget, Happy New Year to everybody, because I've never done an update ever since the before Christmas. So Happy New Year to all my subscribers and their families. So yeah, I'll do an update very shortly on the Yak Tiger. So this is Greg signing off, and we will see you very, very soon with an update on the Yak Tiger.